They text, I miss you, but disappear faster than a Snapchat message. That's not mystery, that's manipulation. Let's talk about the science of those fake feelings. What's up, everyone? I'm Mike, your friendly neighborhood dating and relationship coach. And this is Plant the Spark, where we mix real psychology with real talk so you can stop guessing and start connecting. Now, today we're diving into something that everyone has dealt with at least once. When your crush says they like you, but their actions feel like a riddle wrapped in emotional Wi Fi. So, what are the 5 silent signs your crush is lying about their feelings? Yeah, we're talking about the mixed signal Olympics, the late replies, the tone shifts, the I'm just busy text. And we're going to decode it using behavioral science, attachment theory, and maybe a little bit of sarcasm because why not? Let's start with sign number 1. Incongruence. Psychology 101. When words and actions don't match, the truth lives in the actions. It's called incongruence, and it's one of the most studied signs of deception and emotional avoidance, according to Dr. Paul Ekman, who literally mapped the human face for microexpressions, right? People who hide emotions often leak the truth through tiny mismatches, a smile that doesn't last long enough, a tone that doesn't match the words, you're amazing text followed by nothing for like 2 days. If someone says, I really like you, but cancels plans 3 times, that's not shyness, that's emotional window dressing. Funny story, I once told a client, look for harmony, not hype. She goes, so like dating a yoga instructor? Exactly. If it feels off, your gut's probably right. That tension you feel is your subconscious catching the incongruence lag before your brain does. Now, sign number 2, the delayed response, right? Let's talk texting. When someone constantly delays replying, especially after an emotionally vulnerable message, that's often a self-regulation tactic. Research from the attachment theory, Bowlby and Ainsworth, they show that avoidant types use space as a tool to reduce intimacy tension. They ghost in microdoses, not full ghosting, just enough silence to reset the closeness meter. It's like they're thinking, I like you, but I also like breathing without commitment. And guys, don't overanalyze a single delayed text. Sometimes people are just busy. I mean, really, give the lady a break, right? She's busy. She's working. We're in the modern world here, and you're not her number one priority. Or maybe you are, but a pattern of distance after emotional closeness, now that's emotional buffering. You say, I had a great time last night. And 2 days later, you get, yeah, sorry, been slammed with work. Translation, they're managing feelings, not just their calendar. Sign number 3, the disappearing act, the Houdini move. 1 minute they're all in, the next they vanish like AirPods at the gym. In psychology, this is called intermittent reinforcement, something we've talked about a lot on this show. And it's really the same thing that keeps people addicted to slot machines, right? You get a little reward, you don't know when it's coming, so you keep pulling that slot machine to get the payoff. When affection comes and goes unpredictably, it triggers dopamine surges, making you crave the next hit of validation. Now, this is a little bit of speculation, but we've found some trends in research where avoidant individuals will subconsciously learn this dynamic. They withdraw just long enough to maintain control of emotional intensity, while anxious partners chase. That's not love. That's a lab experiment. If you catch yourself, rationalizing their disappearance, oh, they're just not good at texting, or they're probably saving orphans right now. Remember, consistent interest doesn't need creative excuses. Stop accepting excuses over and over and over. I mean, a one-off? Yeah, sure. Even 2 times, okay. But if it's a repetitive process here, it's probably a sign they're not that into you. Now, sign number 4, tone shifts. Tone tells the truth before words do. A 2017 study in the Journal of Nonverbal Behavior found that vocal inflection changes, hesitation, softness, flatness, these are direct markers of emotional suppression. You ever notice how someone's tone shifts right after you express interest? Before, hey, what are you up to? After, oh, cool. That's emotional distancing disguised as casual tone. Now, humor aside, people protect themselves from vulnerability by lowering their energy. It's a primitive nervous system move. Less warmth equals less risk. So if your crush suddenly sounds like a customer service rep mid shift, don't take it personally. They're not bored, they're buffering. Now, to go a little bit deeper into this stuff, because some people have PhDs in sending mixed signals. And not because they're evil, necessarily, but because their attachment systems are scrambled. And here's what science calls the approach avoidance conflict, the tug of war between wanting closeness and fearing it. An example, they flirt heavily, drop compliments, send selfies, then they disappear for 2 days. And guys, I've been through this. Recently, in fact. They want you, but the intimacy triggers anxiety. Dr. Amir Levine in Attached explains that avoidance crave connection but equate it with loss of freedom, while anxious type equates silence with rejection. Boom! Emotional collision course. So when your crush's behavior makes no sense, it's not your fault. You're watching two nervous systems negotiate safety through inconsistency. Now, what are the tactics? Avoidance deflect with humor. Change topics when you get too deep. Or use work as a shield. I'm just swamped lately. Anxious types, on the other hand, they escalate. Double text, over explain, seek reassurance. Sound like anyone you know? It's like emotional ping pong. Nobody wins, but everyone's sweating. Here's the fix: respond, don't react. Mere consistency, not chaos. And for the love of dopamine, stop chasing texts that don't come. Go to sleep, my man. There's also this thing called the body language betrayal, right? Body language never lies. According to Dr. Merabian, communication is 55% nonverbal. You can say, I'm not into you, with words, but your pupils, posture, and proximity tell the real story. Look for micro behaviors. They angle their body away during the conversation. They minimize physical contact. Their smiles are polite, not sustained. And when attraction is genuine, they lean in, they mirror you, they touch objects you're touching. It's all subconscious mimicry, driven by the mirror neuron systems. So when your crush acts weird, watch the nonverbals. They're subtitles of the soul. All right, so what did we learn today? Mixed signals aren't mysterious, they're just misfired survival mechanisms. We chase, we pull away, we protect, all because the human brain hates emotional risk. But here's the truth: authentic interest doesn't need translation. If they like you, you'll know. If you have to decode it, they probably don't. I'm Mike, and this has been Plant the Spark. If this helped you spot your own mixed signal marathon, hit like, drop a comment, and subscribe. I drop real, research-backed dating psychology every week. Stay grounded, stay confident, and remember, the real power move is clarity. Later.